Greetings, everyone. This is the Hipster Snek, and today I'm playing Bloodbark, a indie horror game by game dev SirTartarus. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he's the one who did After the Curtain Call. His games have all been fantastic so far, so when I saw that I had missed this one, I was very eager to play it. Apparently, this is based on the works of an artist, Eduardo Valdez Hevia. I gave that my best shot. and it looked super interesting. And apparently, you're trying to cut down these trees that bleed and are aware of what you're up to. So we're going to get into it. Day one. All right. Okay. Do I have to hit something, or... Oh, spacebar. My job had never been in such high demand. A new exotic kind of tree had been discovered, and its price was sky high. The blood diamonds of the forest. Okay, I have an axe. I cannot crouch, I cannot jump. I don't need to run because I already walk really fast. Good morning, forest. I found one of those trees further ahead. Okay, so we're going to head down the path a little bit. Nice mountainous area. Looking good, looking good. You know, if I could, I'd probably live in a cabin out in the middle of nothing. But then I'd have to deal with really slow internet, and I'm not a fan of that. Okay. See, this is a horror protagonist who walks at a brisk pace, and I respect that. Most horror protagonists want to shuffle their feet the entire time. So you, looks like a birch, but I'm assuming this is the one you want to draw my attention to? It'd be best if I focus my time on just chopping those down. Oh, there was a timing minigame, and I managed to botch it by not seeing it in time. Whoops. Alright. Thought I heard something. Ooh, alright. Third time's the charm. That'll be the last chunk. I'll put it with the rest at the cabin and rest until tomorrow. Do I have a lantern? Do I have anything? F doesn't do anything, so I'm going with it. Probably not. Takes you all day to chop down one tree? The tree wasn't even that big. Unless I'm a late sleeper and got a late start or something. Because I'm strong enough to fell a tree in, 3 hits. What the heck? Must have been some drunk idiot. If it was next to a public park, it wouldn't surprise me if someone had crashed their car. Not my problem. You're living on a private plot of land next to a public park? How does that work? I'm sure there's some legal loophole. So I just need to put this, over here. Now for a well-deserved rest. I don't have a door. So I just kind of let, the elements of nature come and go. A little window. Feels redundant when I don't have glass panes or a door, but you know what? Life's got to go on. The forest is a community. The trees use their roots to warn each other of potential dangers. They send nutrients to the trees in need and to those that can fight back the threat. Their sap becomes dense, overflowing with resources. That's how they do it. Okay. Got my axe. My roaring fire going. Got my nice little supply of logs. That was the only tree I knew about. There must be some more. I just need to find a different route. So, am I just gonna jump into the public park, maybe? Or maybe that's why that fence is there, specifically to stop me from doing that. Can I go around it? No. Okay. Thought it was worth a shot. But if I break that rope, no one will notice. Okay. Nice. I will say, my one small critique. Space moves the text forward, but left click is interact. I kind of feel like those should be the same button one way or another. It's like advance the text using left click might be easier. Am I trespassing? Is that what's happening here? Alright. This is oddly satisfying. You know, I get it, you know. There's a certain primal catharsis in just smashing stuff, right? Alright. I actually went to a rec room, W-R-E-C-K. The whole thing was specifically just like, smash stuff, hit it with a baseball bat, go nuts. Looks like this is one of those weird bleeding birches. Just, run! What the? That sap tastes like blood. I'm gonna assume for your benefit that you know what it tastes like because you bit your tongue once or something. You warned me about this, but I didn't think it would be so real. I just felt like something might have tried to like sneak up behind me in the interim. Get the sap in my face, it kind of blinds me. What does that sound? I don't know if that's ambience or what, but like it makes this weird sound whenever I hit the tree, and it just sounds like something's behind me. Last chunk for the day. My shirt's ruined, I look like a serial killer. Yeah, buddy, after that I bet you do. Yeah, hitting shift does nothing. Yeah, the description says the trees know what you're doing. So I'm just like, kind of keeping my head on a swivel, you know, just in case. I mean, nature already hates humankind, so I don't feel as a snack that I'm magically exempt from that. I mentioned it a couple times in a few other videos, but I'm deaf in one ear. And I actually recently learned it's operable. I should be able to actually get that fixed. I think this wood's worth so much. Why? Just because it's red? Is it due to the ones that have to go fetch it? It's hard to understand the rich, isn't that the truth? It also seems like I might be, like... the impression I'm under, based on what he said, is it sounds kind of like he's a homesteader. Like, he or his parents, like, built this cabin in the woods, and then the public park was declared a public park afterward. So, like, the park is kind of, like, around where he lives. So, like, if that's the case, I might be going onto public property and just, like, tearing down random trees. Are those trees always so close to my house, or am I just getting paranoid? Okay, there we go. Looks like everything is fine. Day 3. As some trees fall, some trees stand. Some plants are able to evolve during their lifetime. They change their characteristics, shaping themselves depending on their surroundings. They knew the sound of my axe. That sounds like a really good incentive to find a new career. No, there's people out here. What's people doing here? They've been filming while I slept. Should go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you the lumberjack they hired? I accidentally missed some dialogue. Yes, I am. And who are the creeps who are filming my cabin while I slept? Can you go away now? Tell me, are you aware of the dangers surrounding the bloodbark trees, which you have been hired to chop down? Yes, I've been warned of the threat this trees suppose. Okay. Their cognitive effects, which, as you may know, include visual and auditive illusions. They're hallucinatory? Lead those who fell the trees to believe they're killing a man instead of a tree. Some experts believe this is a survival mechanism. Exotic species have developed to survive deforestation. What do you think about this? They're smart, but they're not that smart. It's not like they can understand why we chop them down. If you do know the effects of these trees, what made you accept the job? They pay a lot, and there's not many places a lumberjack who can't use machinery could work with a living wage. You know, it's a fair argument. If I start seeing things, I'll just know it's the trees. If I remember what they do, their tricks won't work on me. That's an interesting philosophy. Thanks for allowing us to ask these questions. Have a nice day. Okay, Craig, that's enough. Cut. Are you leaving now? No! You almost ruined our footage. We'll film more trees as background footage, and then we'll leave. Keep on rolling, Craig. You know what? You guys go nuts, but like... Okay, apparently this is temporary housing. I don't actually live in this cabin. Apparently I'm only here for work. But even still, it's super creepy that you guys are, like, filming this sleeping man without his consent. Like, I know I don't have a door, but, like, come on. Cut me a little bit of a break. Let's see our Bloodbark trees on yesterday's path. There was that one other area that was roped off that I don't think I went down before, so I bet you it wants me to go there. I don't know. Maybe I'm already hallucinating. Scuzzy? Don't mind if I do! That's kind of a funny sound. I don't know why. Hi. That was alarming. Why do you seem to command attention to yourself? What's your deal? Okay, time to ruin another shirt. Boom! Ugh. Step away till I clear up my vision. Okay, I'm gonna hit it from a slightly different angle. Ugh. Sap's so thick that it tastes like blood is just a horrifying thing to even consider. Blah. Last chunk. My head hurts, my hands are shaking. Maybe accepting this job is not a great idea. Why do I feel guilt? It's just a tree. Well, you gotten a lot of their sap, like, all over you. Like, there are weirder defense mechanisms. This is one tree, I can't remember its name, but, like, touching it is basically just, like, acidic. I don't remember you being there before. Oh, good. Good, now we have wolves. With my, you know, cabin that is wide open and exposed to the elements at that. But, like, yeah, there's this tree that's just, like, super, super, super deadly, and just touching it is, like, feels like your skin's being set on fire, and, like, in ancient times, like, it was an execution method, like, tying people to these trees and just watching them, like, suffer to death. Nature hates you. Nature hates you, like, a lot. And there's a lot of plants with some nasty, nasty advantages. I mean, like, poison berries are bad enough. But then you take into consideration all the other weird things they can do. Like, there's this one seed pod that, like, explodes and throws out barbs. It's not real. It's not real. It's just the trees. No, he wasn't entirely wrong. Telling himself that does seem to work. God, like, what the... Okay, cut that out. Day 4. It's almost uncanny, the way they accept death. The way they fall without resistance. I mean, once you shatter them, what else can they do? Forest used their deaths as a warning. A sign that I should stop. I mean, I'm just saying, if there was a tree that bled the way we're seeing here, it's one of those things where I'm like, one, a rich person probably would really, really want them. And two, it would probably be some schmuck. I don't remember there being that many trees around my cabin, but okay. I'm just saying. I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, you know, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted, obviously. I mean, why would I want anything else? This is definitely the way I wanted to go, and I am under no situation whatsoever being forced this way by supernatural causes or nature itself giving me the middle finger. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, this one bigger than the others? I don't know if it is or not, but it seems really big. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this thing is like bigger than all the others. Alright. Let's ignore all the warning signs. It's just the trees. 1 week and I'm gone. Bro, how long is it going to take your system to filter this tar out of our body? Like, this is terrible. Like, this tree has some kind of horrible hallucinogenic, and it just fell like straight onto my head. Marvelous. Last one, finally. I really need a break. Yeah, it's like he's handling these logs like all day. I don't remember there being a fence the way I came in. That doesn't look right either. Where did I come from? Must be over this way? Okay. Like, first of all, I had to chop down the tree, and it, like, gushes with the red sap. Definitely not blood. Definitely red sap. On top of that, I have to, like, break it into movable pieces, and I seem to be doing this by hand? The implication being that he's taking, like, maybe 7, 8, 12 trips home every day, carrying these things. So he's handling it constantly. We don't know how this stuff gets absorbed into the body. It could be through direct skin contact. It could be through the eyes, ears, nose, mouth. It could be all of them. We don't know. So this guy is probably, like, coked out of his mind right now. Everything is going to start, you know, even when he's out by himself, he's going to have company, and then things are really going to get crazy. And who knows how long it's going to take for him to flush it out of his system. Assuming he even survives. Yep, I'm sure nothing bad's going to happen. I'm completely convinced of that. Yep. Just another day doing my job. Day 5. Their sense of cooperation is immaculate. 1,000 brains in unison. They are not like us. They are better. Maybe in some capacities. Why is it nighttime still? I can't sleep. Guess I'll go for a walk. With my axe in hand, yes. Walking into the woods at night is a bad idea. You know, like how every single fairy tale is basically just the moral of don't go into the woods at night by yourself? And the implication being that, like, that the fantasy elements are really just metaphor for wolves and bears and wild boars. You guys think that's interesting? I'm just saying, if an owl started talking to me, or any animal, really, if any animal just comes up to me on a forest path, starts talking to me, I am 180 degrees and out of there. You could not pay me enough to tolerate that nonsense. Just saying. There's something up there next to the bathrooms. Is that what that fenced-in area is? Okay. Let's just, like, do not enter signs. Hang on, see if I can get a better look. No, I got work to do. No, you don't. It's not even your shift. What the heck? Oh. I couldn't tell what that was from a distance. Excuse you. I'm sorry. Why are you... Why am I about to go axe murderer on this guy? He's out in the middle of nothing. I'd complain about him playing his music too loud, but... What? I spray painted this wall? Another tree. It looks so human. They're getting better. It's just the trees. What? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I can't even go into the bathroom. You saw this, the tagger, and, so, is this a choice? Is it a choice between destroying the dude's car? Let's hit the car first. I've decided that since that was my first course of action by attempting to size up the situation. Party poopers scare... Okay, in real life, that would have been, like, super horrific. But, like, okay, that was funny. Come on. Don't pretend that wasn't hilarious. Ah, that wasn't a moral choice. Well, sorry, buddy. I am a horror protagonist, so I am forced to do the things I don't want to do most. Sucks to suck. I mean, really, it's just taking vigilantism to its next level. I just really, really hate taggers, I guess. Their lies are each time more believable. It felt extremely real. Alright, relax. You're getting paranoid. It's just the trees. It's just the trees. Yeah, I'm sure what I have in my hand is just a hunk of wood. I'm sure this is perfectly normal and nothing is wrong at all. Because, you know, the thing that mankind really needs to get their hands into is hallucinogenic trees. Yep, what I am holding is definitely a log. It is in no way a human corpse. Yep, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yep. Everything is hunky-dory. Yep. Okay. Just a tree. That woodpile is significantly bigger than I remember it being. I'm sure that's fine too. Okay, log, which is, in fact, just a log of red sapped tree. Nothing is wrong. Everything is fine. Day 6. Red upon red. To my eyes, it's just bodies piling up. How was I supposed to tell the difference? I think that when the reporter lady told you how these worked, that would have been your cue to, I don't know, get a job in construction? I don't know, man. No, you're lying. They were trees. They were all trees. Whoa! I didn't kill anyone. Stop lying. Stop lying. That's, this is, bad. This is what the children of youth would call bad. Day 7. They reshape my brain, my inner workings. Can a plant take away your humanity? I was lost in that forest. But then you found me. So am I a person or am I a tree? I mean, I guess that's a pretty fair question at this point. Oh, good. The blood flood has ended. Feels like we're going in a slightly better direction. Stack's not bigger than it was, so I kind of feel like that might be a good sign. Insofar as I have at least confirmed 1 kill. I really did need a day of rest. Yesterday it was horrible. I need to walk. You know, that didn't go so well. You know, I guess for us it went fine. For everyone else, it was kind of a bad night. I guess really it's a matter of perspective, right? Not really, no. I was about to say, it's pretty terrible. Bad times all around, that's all I'm saying. I gotta say, I love SirTartarus' games. His stuff is always, like, A+ material. There's one I saw that I want to do pretty soon, called How to Build a Snowman. That one looked really good. Not much Bloodbark trees over here. Sneak out of the park. There might be some outside. Wouldn't that be out, like, into the park? If we're technically outside? Well, I mean, I guess it's a matter of perspective. Park is empty. Only the trees are watching. Are people scared of them? Are they scared of me? That is a distinct possibility. Shut up. Shut up. Get out of my head. I kind of lost my... Oh. I was about to say I lost my orientation, but I think at this point that's just normal. It's not true. It can't be true. I didn't kill anyone. There were trees. They were all trees. Ooh. Alright. The police found the suspect, wielding an axe. Due to his sudden and violent movements and screaming, he was considered a dangerous threat and was shot to death. At his cabin, they found the corpses of 2 people whose identities are yet unknown. So I killed at least 2 people. Placed next to the lumberjack's chopped wood, the limbs, heads, and torsos of the victims were separated from each other, as if they were logs. The logging company declared no responsibility, of course they did, for the deaths, citing the victims' entry into the fenced area. However, they will face a moderate fine for lack of security. Murder trees finish the game. I love this guy's stuff. Absolutely magnificent. I will leave a link down below, both to the game page and to the art that inspired it. Let's check the achievement list real quick. Let's see what I... Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, so I don't know if there were any others. Maybe, maybe not. It's Schrodinger's achievement. This was Bloodbark. This was really cool. I wasn't sure what kind of horror experience I was going to get, but this was really cool. Great environmental storytelling, and it's a great concept. I haven't looked at the artist's art just yet, but I definitely will, having played this. This is fantastic. You guys will definitely be seeing more of SirTartarus' games going forward, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below telling me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.